Yo, morning, welcome back to Project Jira. Another episode to go. And I just said fuck it, because we have so much to do. And we're not going to we're not going to delay this. I don't care. We're just gonna get it done. So what we have here is stuff that I just couldn't get myself to sit well with without I couldn't get myself to leave without finishing this. There's just so much to do. And if I'm going to come back late again tonight, like suppose I come back today again at 9 and then I sleep, like it's just not going to work. I'm not going to allow myself to miss another day of the project work. So what I'm holding here, of course, is for the thumbnail. That's why I'm holding it right now. But I'll place it down and then we'll cover it. Basically, the next episode, what we had to cover was, I said in the previous episode, we covered all the like toiletries and kitchenwares and disposable utensils and some garbage and stuff like that. And then we said that in this episode, the next one, which is this one, we would cover stuff that we're going to bring to storage. Turns out that a lot of the stuff, the few things that we had previously, we wanted to put to storage, already need items that we can incorporate in this next episode. So speaking about that, before we leave, why don't we just finish all of the items that need to go to storage together? So including the bed as well as the stuff in the previous episode, which was like a box of some cleaning foam erasers that we were actually using as an improvised solution for attaching a security alarm, and the box of Usana cardboard, which I can show you right now. But before we do that, this is the main stuff here in this particular video. This is stuff that we have to cover and bring to the storage as well that we didn't cover and that would be best moved to the storage unit alongside with the cardboard box that's meant for the nutritional supplements. At the same time, I can put them together and carry it out. It's just a smarter way of doing things. So these two episodes kind of go hand in hand. So why don't we just get right to it? I'll put this down here for a moment. And these belong on the, I'm going to move the camera. It's going to disconnect most likely, but I'm going to show it anyways. So let's take this back. So I'm just going to lift the camera. I'm going to hold the wire myself this time. As I said, on the right hand side, we're pivoting to there. You see the office a bit, table. And then if we go high enough around the corner, you should be able to see there's a box right there, right? With some books. Inside there is some stuff having to do with like sandals and other stuff that we had to move away, which I just showcased right now. Paintbrushes and sandals and some garbage that we covered. So that stuff we want to get rid of as well. And we couldn't do that effectively without covering. So let's go backwards a little bit. So in the previous episode, this is what we covered. If I move the camera over to this side, the left-hand side here, you can see there's like the box of the, on top of the disposable utensils and stuff like this. This is supposed to go inside the crate. I'm not sure why I didn't do this. In fact, why don't I do that right now? I'm going to just pause the video for a moment. And you see here, this is what we washed. And right now I'm just going to pause the video and it'll disappear. And we're back. So like I said, we would just disappear, right? Things would just disappear. So those chopsticks now I have pivoted the chair to the right hand side. See, there's the blue crate now. You can see it better now that the chair's out of the way. This chair is usually blocking it right here. This Flyber chair is usually blocking the crate. You can see the crate over there. That's where the chopsticks and that bowl is. We have washed it, cleaned it, rinsed it out a little bit. We didn't do anything crazy, just a little bit of soap. Okay, that's that. All right, so it's just a lot of work. That's done. So here, that's from the previous episode that we got done. But also on the side here, you can see, here's what it looks like, the remaining materials now. I want to get an aerial shot, aerial view. So I'm going to move this down here so you can see it better, right? And basically this is the stuff from the previous episode. I said we have the disposable utensils and stuff. I should probably move and switch scenes right now. Okay, so you can see here, this is the box of Usana nutritionals, and usually use this to cover. It's a spare box actually, but usually there's a box for Procosa and some essentials and stuff like that. No, it's not a spare box. It is a yeah, it is a spare. Sorry, it is a spare box because we ran out of the specific products, which is Phyta, antioxidant, and minerals to put in here as well, Procosa and Magnecal D. Once we start to get those products again, which we now have as of the previous episode, the previous 2 episodes ago, we now have to fill this up again. So we're going to move this to storage. Now, what I neglected to do was mention the fact that I'm not just going to bring an empty box there, right? I said there are these Javex magic erasers. Again, we're not using it for cleaning. We're using it for more like construction purposes. We're going to install a camera. So we can place this inside. And then we had all these, I found a use for that in the previous episode, the TNT bamboo chopstick plastic bag. So that I don't know if we find a way. We do find a way, so we can use it just to store all the other plastic bags from produce. Okay. Yeah, there's always a lot of garbage you can throw over there. So this is what we're going to take there. But in addition to this, and I should have planned it more thoroughly, but again, I just didn't have enough time. I came back late, woke up late. It's been very frustrating. We have also on the side here, I mentioned. So this is the only thing that's left from the previous episode this is the only thing that's meant to throw away for recyclables. But we're going to keep both of these because one for throwing away some garbage and one for recyclables really. And garbage. And this one is for taking stuff to storage. So we can put stuff inside here. And what are we going to put? We're going to put this stuff on the right hand side, showcased at the very beginning. We have, first of all, let's cover the messy ass garbage. Because this crap here is, this shit is from the previous episode. I mentioned there's all these red napkins and stuff right from the hat, and also from the previous headphones, which is very oily. Also from Moscow, I said hat, and then there was also like brown paper napkins and crap like that. And I said I would use them, which I did, to wipe down the floor, which is right down here. I'm going to move the camera, pivot a little bit, hopefully this does not disconnect, and then just wipe down the entire floor. Okay. So then I did that. I got it wet with water, and I just used this to dry up, as well as some clean paper napkins, paper tissues. I dried up some of the water droplets from the bowl and the chopsticks that we rinsed. Again, that's in storage now. You can't see anymore because I moved. I adjusted the back bench. And so now we have all this garbage here, in addition to the alcohol wipes. It's all bundled together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this crap, okay, and I'm just going to place it inside this container here, and it'll be easy to throw away. Of course, this is for recycling, that's for garbage, but it doesn't matter. Now, bundled with it on the outside, by the way, I didn't really want to hold on to anything else that was related to the I just wiped the floor with this kind of stuff. It's very dirty. So what I did is I bundled it with another paper towel. You can see it is used, but it's used for painting, and I'm going to showcase over there on the side. I think you can barely see it because this bag's in the way, but there you go. You can see it now. So you can, as you can see on the side over there on the very floor where my hand is pointing right now, there we go. That is a box, some bottles of paint and water on a plastic bag, as well as some paper towels with a paintbrush. You can see right there where my finger is right now. You can barely see it. It's a very small little dot in the video. But there was this paper towel as well. And I just decided to, hey, there's more paper towels. We'll just put it all together and say it's all garbage. So this is all garbage now. And I'm going to stick this inside here alongside with more garbage here. This is from what you see on my ear right now is these earphones. I usually wear this when I go on every side because there's like podcasts you can play, music you can play. And I can also answer calls very easily. So usually my buddy calls me, or a friend, or a caseworker, or whatever. Or a potential employer and stuff like that. So anyways, receiving calls, playing music, podcasts. Now I usually wrap it in this red napkin here as well, just like I put inside all the hats, a red napkin to cover the hair, oil, and grease. I know it's all this kind of OCD perfectionist or clean freak behavior. Anyways, put this away because it's already used. This is for like what? 4 weeks. I'll stick this in here. All this paper garbage, and then we'll also put inside here. So there's that paint, paper towel, there's all this the hats, from the alcohol wipes, from the paper towels, wiping down the floor, everything. And then there's this like ear napkin thing. And then there's going to be one last item that is not a paper napkin, but is disposable. And there are these batteries here, these AAA batteries that I neglected to cover. But the reason why I neglected to cover them is because they're related to security, and usually when it comes to tech and gadgets, I don't cover it in the same category that I cover things having to do with toiletries. But these AAA batteries from Panasonic that go for the camera are all meant to be thrown away. Okay. 1, 2, 3 Panasonic batteries. And honestly, I should put them in like a recycling, not recycling, but a toxic waste or toxic hazard, poisonous waste facility. But nobody really does that. That's not a good excuse, but I'm not going to head over there to drop off 3 batteries. Honestly, I don't know where else I could do it. So I just place it in here. This is all garbage, and this, of course, won't take the box to the recycling bin. And that's it. So here's all the garbage. What a mouthful of crap. Oh, that's a lot. So now we can cover the stuff that we wanted to get rid of on the right-hand side here. At the same time that we move the box here to storage, right? Right here, lots of visuals to show in this video. And I'm just trying to coordinate everything. It's kind of like a job, when you're on the job and you're preparing for an event, obviously that's something that actually matters. You gotta get all the disposable plates, the cutlery, you have to order the food, you have to, lease out the balcony or the banquet hall, the room from a certain facility. You have to make sure you send all the invitations to the guests. It's just a lot of logistical work. This is basically on a smaller private scale as opposed to a public scale. So instead of doing it on a job level, an organizational level, this is like personal level, right? All right, we have this stuff here, which is the paintbrushes. We were just talking about painting the cart behind us, having the paper towels. We have all these paintbrushes here, as well as these artist brushes. And you can tell from a couple weeks ago, I mentioned that this plastic here broke. So I'm going to take out all the paintbrushes from this broken plastic thing. And I don't think we can really use this, but I don't know, who knows? Talk to this side. I think this is garbage, but if it's not garbage, we'll stuff inside this plastic bag as well. I don't know. Pretty sure it's garbage. Can't really use that. But we have all these paintbrushes here, right? And again, paintbrushes for, when people are going and painting their walls of their house. So these are painter's brushes for people when they're working, right? When I'm painting my car, I use a paintbrush. And then you have these like finer bristled artist brushes. What we're going to do is we're going to take all of this and we're going to place it inside, for now at least, this TNT bamboo chopstick bag. You can do that right now. And that will be a temporary retreat for now. So just like this. And we're going to take this all to storage by placing inside here. You know what, we might as well put this bag inside as well. So let's pause it for a second. You don't need to see this. Okay, so that's everything, right? Now I don't believe this is exactly how I'm going to leave the paintbrushes. There's probably going to be a better place, but for now it works because we can seal this a little bit. It's got this little adhesive at the top. You can see the lining. I mentioned that we didn't finish painting the cart. Doesn't matter because we actually have one paintbrush here still. It's the largest one, the widest width, about 2.5 inches. So no, I wish we're 2.5 inches. It's only about a 1.5 inch, but it's still here. That we won't move to storage. All these extra brushes we're moving to storage. Last thing that we can cover, I think, here that I really wanted to get rid of. Okay. And, I'm just gonna pause the video once again. All right, here's the last item here. All the sandals that we purchased as spares. These are not spare sandals, actually. I said spares, but actually I'm going to use this at my new place of residence, which a little hush hush right now. I actually have some places in mind, outside of the storage unit, really. And there's some new developments in terms of employment and getting a job, so I'm feeling good about that, which we will cover probably down the coming week, if not the coming week, the next couple of weeks or a month. There's just so much cover. It's life, right? Like I said, in real life, IRL plus SO life, slice of life together. I never felt it was appropriate to just make a project digitally and then ignore the real world. I live in a very survival based mindset, and I think that's a very practical way of doing things. All right, so we have, although I take it a little too far. Anyway, here are the sandals. We have 2 pairs, so 4 sandals. You can see here there's a little bit of a tag here on the side. We covered these already in some detail. They are from a dollar store, Dollarama. We got these size 42, it says here. There's also another tag here. These are basically the hangers for the sandals from the store, and you can take it with you. So there's one that's size 42. I believe that's size 11 in my current country. And then there's also size 45, which is the equivalent of what they call size 12 in my current country. So it's the difference between, I believe, inches. So for example, I don't think it's inches, man. Is it inches? No, there's no way that's inches. But for example, size 12 correlates to 45 centimeters in length. And size 11 correlates to 42. So that's what that's all about. And we have these red and black. I'm going to dust them all later out. You can see there's a little bit of garbage. Just gonna whack them out. They're not worn, don't worry. I'm not blowing into this after having worn it. I did not wear these at all. They're totally clean. Aside from the fact that maybe I was careful to make sure that whenever I buy something that I can see one that's really clean, doesn't have any footprints. In other words, no one else used it inside the store. They're freshly opened from the storage manufacturing plant and then sold to the retailer. That's why I do whenever there's like shoes and sandals, to make sure no one's washed, no one's used it before, no one has tried them on yet, in other words. So what we're going to do is take these 2 sandals, and you can see how annoyed I was that I had all this stuff here that I want to put into the container, and I felt, what an idiotic move. I was going to bring this out by hand, put it inside this damn box, like this, and then take this to the storage unit, just like this. All right, see how convenient this is? It was a largely empty box. I wasn't making use of it, and I was just gonna walk out like a fucking dumbass like that. And then there's all this stuff you're gonna take care of, and I'm gonna be all frustrated and confused the next episode, which is what I did not want to do. I wanted to leave here today moving something to the storage once again, and that's what we're probably going to. If we don't do it today, it doesn't really matter. We can leave this here for tomorrow if we really want to. What I just wanted to make sure is that I got this all out of the way, because times are running. I'm already late by about 1.5 hours. I should be outdoors already, working on some stuff. But the more the merrier. It's actually beneficial that I get this video out now, because getting this video out now means I can upload this current one over onto, say, YouTube and Patreon, and then I can go log into Patreon now. I'm going to test going to the library or the public workspace, usually like a very sort of high-end shopping mall downtown, and then I'm going to log in to my account. I'm going to have this video uploaded on Patreon and on YouTube as a draft onto my account, and then hopefully I'm going to test logging in elsewhere outdoors, and it's going to be the first time I'm going to try working on this project outside. Usually I think, I have all the video assets and the media assets, but it's all located on this laptop inside this unit right now, which I'm trying to escape due to domestic abuse. But for all intent and purposes, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, I've been trying to figure out a way to work on the goddamn project outside, and now I think I have an outlet. So we're going to make this video, we're going to upload it as a draft, and then onto the account, we're going to log into that account externally outdoors, at a library or whatever, shopping center, and we're going to see if the draft is saved. And then we can work on all the tags, the titling, the scheduling the time, a poster. It's just the most important thing is to upload this video onto the account, and then we can work on it once we log into the account outside externally. So that's also an important thing, because today I've done the majority of the most urgent employment seeking kind of things um, for now, for the next 24 hours, so I can focus a little bit more on the project a little bit. Again, a lot of juggling back and forth and stuff like that, but that's just life. Okay. So this is the final result. I hope this gets captured as the thumbnail, but I don't think it will be. It doesn't matter though. And the last thing, honestly, finally. So I've moved, you can tell, not only so that you could see the blue crate earlier, but I've moved this drape here. I moved the cart to the side, and if I brighten the lights here by increasing the ring light a little bit, hopefully not by turning off, you will see at the very far back, the closet is unblocked now from, again, this Fudesi stand here was blocking everything. So is the cart. But you can see the outline of the bed mattress. You can see that large bag there by the closet. It's got that, it's about, I guess you could say, mid-thigh. So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to move it. I'm going to go and grab it and show you myself lifting it up. It's quite heavy, actually. So that over there is the bed. And that mattress is something that I've been itching to cover for a long, long time now. And I can say that I think we're pretty much ready to cover that. Most likely what we can do is in the next episode, I can tell that it's already 22 minutes. That's too much time. So what I'm going to do is say, for all the other stuff here that we covered, I think we've covered everything that we can in terms of moving out storage, cleaning, stuff like that. The bed mattress we can cover entirely within a single episode because it's just a very super massive large item. Aside from that, we can probably also cover a little bit of paperwork, but I don't think that's going to work out. So yeah, it's okay. With that being said, thanks for tuning in. This is the next sort of episode, and kind of coupled into the previous one, where it's the continuation, really, of cleaning up all the stuff and putting it all together. So I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I'll upload the bed mattress video at the same time. Should be fairly short. It shouldn't take any more than 10 minutes. I don't intend on coupling that with anything else now that I'm looking at it. It should be included in this video. But again, it took 20 minutes to cover all this stuff. So that's it. Anyways, see you in the next one. Again, if you're like moving out and you have like your own kind of like headache and stuff like that, you can definitely type in what your experience was. I'm not sure if it was pleasant or not. It was probably a little bit fun, but a little bit hectic. But I'm pretty sure it was more organized than what I'm doing right here. See you guys in the next one. Peace.